the last of them, man?
Yep, that's the last of them.
We done.
But we're not done. Welcome to the February 2024 Dark Horse Tackle Box. So let's open up the box and dig in, shall we? So first things first, your literature is always on top. We've got an extra piece this month. We've got a flyer for the Great Lakes Fishing Expo on March 2nd and 3rd in Northeast Ohio. Now, this is an expo for anglers by anglers. This is an actual fishing expo. This is put on by those fishing bait companies, people like us. But we'll talk about that later. Let's keep getting down into it, shall we? Featured business of the month. This is a big one, okay? ACHIGAN is our featured business of the month. And if you don't know about ACHIGAN, this is a company that's obsessed with smallmouth bass, chasing big 20+ inch smallmouth in the rivers and creeks throughout the United States. You know, I don't really have enough to say about it. So what I would like you to do is just watch this for me.
ACHIGAN, noun, French for smallmouth bass. It translates in Algonquin to one which fights. We get asked all the time what ACHIGAN actually means. For us, it represents so much more than the definition. Our love for the smallmouth bass and the waters it inhabits run deep in our veins. From the sound of the water running over a rocky stream to the soreness you feel in your hands after a long day on the water, we love the entire process of chasing these fish. This brand embodies those feelings for us. Every product and design comes straight from the heart. Whether you just caught your first smallmouth bass or bleed bronze just like us, this brand is for you. Free the fighter.
Thank you guys for the awesome video, and thank you, Josh Shrenko, for being on the front of our card. Now, ACHIGAN also has a super sweet interactive board game online fishing tournament hybrid deal, right? Called Smalley Games 2024. If you want to learn more information on it, go to their website, check them out on Facebook. They do have a private group, but the rules are being changed for 2024. So definitely check that out if you're a big smallmouth fisherman. Zach and I are going to get into this just for fun and games. We do not consider ourselves bronze bag chasers like these guys. But also on the front of your card, you have a 15% off discount code, promo code if you will, for the ACHIGAN store. So not only do you get a sweet sticker in your box, you get to save some money on some gear, and you have the opportunity to hop into the Smalley Games and check that out on their website while you're buying yourself a new t-shirt or hat. So let's talk about February bass fishing. Pre-spawn for some people, very cold for others. It's very cold here. That has not stopped us, but we did get a crazy cold snap. It's like 15 degrees outside. Water froze over, but that's not going to stop us when it starts to thaw a bit. Pre-spawn is coming. We've got a ton of baits that's going to accommodate that, and I want to start off with one of my favorite baits of all time. I know I say that a lot. I love this company and I love these small businesses. Big Joshy swim baits. You cannot go wrong with the Big Joshy swim bait. This 3 1/4 inch boot tail swim bait can catch fish throughout the entire United States. Honestly, I am convinced it can catch fish throughout the entire world. We've got a ton of colors for you, 10 different colors, bunch of fish catching colors, bunch of crazy ones too. We like that, you know. Next up is a new school spin on an old school design. We're talking inline spinner baits, people. We've got the Picasso weedless Smartmouth inline spinnerbait. Let's take this thing out of the package. I've got it pre-rigged with a Big Joshy already, and now let's take a look at it. This is a very over-engineered bait. You can tell that this thing is tough as nails, ready to get bit by bigger fish. This thing is ready for battle. The specific one I have in my hand is a 3/8 ounce shad head with a 4/0 hook. A lot of you got 2, 3, and 4/0s, 1/8, 1/4, 3/8 weights, and a couple different head designs. Again, I've got it pre-rigged with a Big Joshy because that's how I've been throwing it for the past weeks, because you know what we do here? We test these baits for you and we catch a bunch of fish with them. That's what we do here at Dark Horse Tackle. We fish. My favorite way to fish this bait, bomb casts, straight retrieve. I'll let it sink down a little bit and I'll just keep a straight, steady retrieve wherever that water level is that they happen to be biting. You can really get it to run good way up top, and you can also slow roll it to the point where you can tick the bottom with that blade and feel that blade hitting the bottom, and then you can run it in the middle. It's a great all over water column bait that you can power fish with. You can put some finesse on it, and it's an awesome catalyst for any swim bait of your choice. Right now, we recommend the Big Joshy. Let's get into the next bait, shall we? Next up, we've got a brand new painter for you, and this hard bait is phenomenal. Between the paint job, what kind of hard bait it is, you're getting bored. Let me just show it to you. This is the Forebitten Baits BF Glide. Got a little plastic package here, comes with a business card and a sticker, some handwritten details from Mickey over at Forebitten. Thank you so much for that. That is just incredible craftsmanship, incredible work ethic. This guy's a beast. But check this out. This is what you came here for, right? This is a serious paint job. This is one of the best paint jobs I've actually ever seen. This is the Wounded Throwback Shad. There's a little bit of blood spatter. It's a super nice OG style paint. You know, it looks like an old school bait fish. And this BF Glide, it's 3 3/4 inches. It's a very good weight to throw on a BFS, spinning rod, or like a crankbait rod. This isn't your big, super heavy glide bait. Always outfitted with vector hooks. We cannot tell you how many times that these hooks are our #1 choice for any hard bait and honestly any soft plastic. We've also got them on our store. You can find a wide variety of vector hooks, but we did something very interesting here on the hooks. As you can see, they're not the same size. We've got an 8 up here and a 10 in the back. And what this allows the bait to do is sink at a more natural level. A lot of times your bait fish, when they're dying, they will sink head first, very slowly. This bait will sink head first. You give it a couple twitches, it comes back up, starts gliding, just like glide baits do. And this bait will be a very prominent pre-spawn going into that spawn. Then the remainder of the year, this is just going to emulate a shad pattern or a dying bait fish. And you know, bass love to eat bait fish. So this is going to be an all-year choice for you very early in 2024. Let's keep digging in. We've got 2 more baits left, and then we'll talk about some news coming up. All right, so we've got 2 more baits left, and we've got an awesome pair of jigs. And we've got an awesome story to go with these jigs, but this is the LS Little Wizard jig. I'm gonna get it opened up out of the packaging. I just want you to appreciate this packaging though. Look at this. 2 jigs, little clamshell packaging. This is what it's all about. These are the things that really excite me as a business owner and as a fisherman. You get 2 of the same color jigs. These are super finesse. And we have waited a very long time for these jigs. These jigs actually got lost in the mail. This is part of the reason why the boxes are getting shipped out a little bit late. We were waiting on these jigs because we want to give you this product. Like, you need this jig, is kind of how we're feeling about it. Very custom jig. Very good jig for pressured waters. As you can see, there's very minimal skirt material. And the best part about this jig is we've got nearly perfect color matched trailers just to give you enough contrast, but enough color to match this jig to make you feel good about this pairing. Because we want you to catch more fish here at Dark Horse Tackle. That's what we do. We fish. Why don't you? Next up, for the last bait, we've got the J Bros 3-inch grub. As you can see, let me pull this back. This is big packaging. Big packaging. And once you unzip this package, Larry over at J Bros really does a good job at putting scent on his baits. Holy moly, it is crazy in here. The whole house is gonna smell like a pizza shop, but I'm not complaining, and the bass won't be either when they see one of these on the back of that jig. This is a fantastic little crawdad imitator, little bait fish imitator. You've got 2 action arms right here, right? 2 arms that are gonna move, and then you've got 2 that are gonna be stationary. So on that fall, these 2 on the outside will be moving, and then this is gonna stand straight up. Similar to that defensive crawdad position we all know and love. Very natural, but erratic action at the same time. It is a perfect jig trailer for the LS Little Wizard. But it's also a great Ned rig. It's also great to just cast out and reel in as your, you know, standard style grub. There's a lot you can do with this plastic. So with this 3-inch grub from J Bros and this beautiful little finesse jig, the LS Little Wizard, that wraps up the February box. 5 companies, 6 baits, over a $40 value. That's what we do every month, people. We love doing this. We love putting together these boxes for you. We love giving you baits like this J Bros grub that have multiple presentations, just like this little swim bait from Big Joshy, just like the inline spinner. You can put a ton of things on those. You can put these baits on a ton of things. We've got those ball head jigs from Jig Masters on our shop. We've got perfected sled heads from Jig Masters on our shop. Swim jigs, bladed jigs, spinner baits, tons of things to accommodate the baits in these boxes. What we want you to remember is that every month we give you a box of ideas and presentations that we have proven ourselves to catch more fish. Visit our store. Thank you for subscribing, and get out there and please catch some fish, tag us, and you might just end up like Josh Schranko, because I've heard that this right here is the proudest moment of his life, being on the front of a Dark Horse tackle card. Now let's talk about Expo season. As you can see behind me, the first Expo is behind us. Literally, look at all this stuff. Boxes for subscriptions, boxes of baits, thousands of dollars of inventory. This is what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks. So again, we do apologize for these late shipments. A lot of stuff is going on, but let's talk about the next Expo. March 2nd and 3rd at the Metroplex Expo Center in Girard, Ohio, we've got the Great Lakes Fishing Expo. Not only will Zach and I at Dark Horse Tackle be giving away 1 3-month subscription to the box and 1 6-month subscription to the box, the first 200 kids that enter this expo get free fishing rods. There will also be a dedicated kid zone. So those to you with kids, this could be a really interesting and interactive deal for you. Could spark that love of fishing really early for your kid. There is also a discount code for tickets on the Great Lakes Fishing Expo website, which is greatlakesfishingexpo.com. Vendors 24 will save you some money on tickets. We really hope you can make it out. There's going to be a lot of people there. Like we said at the beginning of the video, this is a for anglers by anglers event. Everything here is curated to fishing. This isn't your, want to get your gutters cleaned out? Do you want to get a massage? Do you want to buy a pillow? This is fishing. Nothing but fishing. This is what we love to do because we fish. So, in conclusion, we hope to see you at the Great Lakes Fishing Expo. If you can't make it out, that's okay. We're still going to be running some specials online. Please be on the lookout. We go live once a week, nearly every Tuesday on Instagram or TikTok. We've got great 1-hour discounts that are happening. And speaking of discounts, for you subscribers watching this video, and if you're still here, I want to get you in the loop. Next month, starting in March, we will have a subscriber-only code that will work on specific baits on our website at darkhorsetackle.com. We're going to save you a bunch of money. As a thank you to being a subscriber, we're going to save you some money on some excellent baits made by some of the best bait makers in the United States. With that being said, thank you all so much for subscribing and watching. And remember, we fish. This right here is the proudest moment of his life, being on the front of a Dark Horse tackle card.
Why'd you wrap it up? You didn't talk. You didn't go back to the expo.
I'm taking a break.
Okay. But you wrapped it up. The video's over. That's it. Go home. We don't care where you go. You just can't stay here.